Star Trek Strange New Worlds has been renewed for a fifth and final season. Shocking, breaking news. Well, not if you've been watching my channel for the last 6 months. Welcome to the Tachyon Pulse podcast.
Our Tachyon pulse has been unable to completely penetrate the anomaly.
So for a little while now, God, about 6 months, I've been telling you guys that Strange New Worlds would get 5 seasons, and that was it. Now, I occasionally get called a liar by people, mostly on Reddit actually. Reddit is even more angry than X, Twitter, whatever the bloody hell you want to call it. But, as I said, I've been telling you for quite a while, 5 seasons was all we were going to get. But what does this mean in the larger picture? Well, it really adds a little bit more momentum to the idea that, again, I've been telling you for quite a while, that actually Alex Kurtzman will not be getting a new deal. Now, Skydancer coming in. I'm told, basically, that what Secret Hideout have been sort of asked to do is get the 5 seasons of Strange New Worlds done before their contract ends, and the 2 seasons of Academy that were actually agreed well before the Skydance merger was sort of agreed. This they can just about do as they've already filmed the first season of Academy. They're currently filming the 4th season of Strange New Worlds. They will then go straight into the 2nd season of Academy, sort of late summer. And then early next year, they will go straight into filming Strange New Worlds. They will basically film these things back to back in the CBS studios. They will then edit them and basically have production, pre-production and actual filming done by the time the contract is supposedly up for renewal. Now, as you guys know, I've been telling you again for a while, the rumours I'm hearing, and they're not substantiated, they're rumours, 1 or 2 things I've heard directly from actually people involved, so we could be pretty confident on that. But the rumours I'm hearing is that Skydance are not convinced by what Alex Kurtzman has been doing over at Secret Hideout. They're not convinced by things like the multiple timelines. They're not convinced by some of the business ideas that Alex Kurtzman has regarding Star Trek and how he thinks we should go about getting new Trekkies. Things like Section 31 really caused a problem. Skydance looked at that and went, that was a balls up from beginning to end. The idea was to do something that wasn't Star Trek to bring in new Star Trek fans. It's idiotic. It was never going to work, especially when they didn't have time to do a proper movie. Michelle Yeoh went, I'd love to do this. This would be awesome. I love Giorgio, but I've basically got 9 weeks. And not 9 weeks consecutively. So she basically came in and out of the studio and filmed something very quickly, basically what equated to a double episode and a budget not much bigger than what they spend on 2 episodes. And weirdly, they made an absolutely crap movie. It's not a movie, it's barely even coherent. So, we shouldn't really be surprised that Skydance look at that. Skydance, remembering, are people that make these things for a living. That's how they made their name, their production company. They have made some great movies over the years. They look at decisions like that and they go, Alex Kurtzman might be an okay writer. He's done some good writing for us over the years, but my God, this man is not a showrunner. He is not a businessman that we really want to work with. So, get Strange New Worlds that is popular done as quickly as possible. Get it done under the existing contract. And then I'm thinking more and more. I'm going to say I'm like 90% convinced now that they will then move on with something else. But what will they be doing? Well, again, what I'm hearing is, and again, this is very much in the rumour category. I'm 50-50 on this, but what it seems to be that they're thinking about is they're going to really push forward with these couple of movies that are coming out. They then will have Strange New Worlds Season 5 on our screens by sort of early 2027. There will then be a couple of movies during a hiatus of the series on television while they figure out what to do. And then they will come back with Star Trek after, I think, anything up to 3, 4, maybe 5 years. I think they'll bring it in-house. I think they will create Star Trek Studios. I think they will do something that allows them to sort of keep people like Akiva Goldsman and Rod Roddenberry involved, and Roddenberry Entertainment, and they will do what they do best. They will create Star Trek in the way they feel it should be done. That's how they believe, anyway. That's what they think will happen. But guys, what do you think? Is Strange New Worlds finishing after 5 seasons a disappointment? Would you have liked it to have gone further? Or actually, do you think that kind of makes sense? 5 seasons would really put it up to the back end of the original series from a sort of a timeline point of view. And I've always said, I thought 5 seasons were about right before I even heard that, I was told that they were only ever going to get 5 seasons. That really, it made sense from a like a timeline point of view that if they went into 6 and 7, they really would be stepping on the toes of the original series, which I think, for me, who I think actually canon is important, to a point canon's important. Sometimes you got to make the story happen sometimes, and it's okay. But for me, when the storyline and the canon really matters, I don't want them to be stepping on Strange New Worlds as stepping on the original series. They've stepped on it enough, to be honest, with their changes in canon, and just bloody Kirk turning up every 5 minutes. How do you think Strange New Worlds should end? I'm actually thinking it should end just before Menagerie. That's where I would like it to end. I would like to see Pike get hurt. Not that I don't want to see him get hurt, but that sounds wrong. But I want to see a conclusion to that, and I want to see something that basically then goes into what is Menagerie, as this is the original series episode. I think that would be very cool. It means we're going to get to see that brain thing, and we're going to get to see his chair. So, but what do you think? Get into the comments and tell me, how would you like to see Strange New Worlds end? Would you like to see Kirk taking his seat aboard the Enterprise for the first time as captain? That also might be a very cool way of ending it, but it would be nice to allow Anson Mount a really cool goodbye, wouldn't it? This is a very well cast series, and Anson Mount has done a brilliant job as our Captain Pike. I'm hoping he gets a really, really good send-off, because I think he deserves it. One thing they could do, if Skydance allow it, is finish season 5 and then bring us a movie. Now that I could get on board with. But guys, get into the comments on what you think. 5 seasons, Strange New World. I told you so. Anybody out there that thinks I haven't got sources, meh. And please, if you are new to the channel, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. It really helps us out, and you'll never miss any of our new videos. Also, you can become a member of the channel and get to see a lot of these videos up to 24 hours before everybody else. Go check that out. As always, please stay safe, live long and prosper, Star Trek, and I'll see you next time.
Our tachyon pulse has been unable to completely penetrate the anomaly.